Hi guys, welcome to the third episode of GPRO Podcast with me, Jun, and also with my very special foreign guest, Ahmet Sonverdi.
Hello everyone. Hello everyone.
How are you doing, man?
I'm fantastic. How are you, mate?
Very good, mate. It's been a while since I talked to you, man. You know, the last time we talked was through the live stream with Flo and everyone. So
was it? I think we spoke in Discord a couple of nights ago. It was a group chat. I don't know.
We might have, but not like video chat like that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that was quite fine.
But no, it's good. No, thank you very much for joining me, man. It's appreciated.
My pleasure.
I'm pretty sure everyone. First question will be, Ahmet, where the hell is your mustache gone? Where is it?
Come on, it's not that bad, you know. There's still. I know it was more majestic before, but
mate, you need to shave the bottom bit off. Shave that bit off, mate. You know, and then just keep that.
Yeah, my mustache is not that good solely. I mean, I can't leave it alone.
Well, firstly,
sorry for the noise.
Yeah, we apologize for that. There's nothing we can kind of do. You know, there's
you
hear a bit of banging. It's just Ahmed's neighbors just having a good old time. You know.
Yeah, they're trying to fix my bed after last night. So sorry, guys.
No worries. So Ahmed, obviously, you know, I always start off with a little kind of introduction of the guests. So please just go ahead, start off.
Well, this is Ahmed. I'm 25 and soon to be 26, and I'm a mechanical engineer, but I'm unemployed. It took 7 years for me to graduate, so I'm not sure if I can find a job right now. I have a sister. She's just 1 year little than me. She's also a food engineer. Is that called right?
Food engineer.
Food engineer. Yeah, she graduated earlier than me, so she's pretty smart. Unlike me.
What does a food engineer do? I'm just curious.
Well, when you ask for salt and they pass it to you. I mean,
wait, what? So you ask what?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm like, when we have dinner, her name is Feride, and I'm like, Feride, you're a food engineer. Could you please pass me the salt? And like that.
So she's the food passer.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Well,
what a way.
I'm not quite sure what she does.
Yeah.
I mean, I will probably explain better in Turkish, but definitely not in English. I'm not capable of that.
I mean, if you want to explain it in Turkish, by all means, I'll try to get someone to translate it. But I mean, my understanding of food engineering is literally someone who just, you know, dissects and kind of like breaks down the foods and how they're made and all that kind of stuff. I'm assuming that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, she's doing with some kind of tests in laboratories, and there's some chemical stuff involved, and this kind of stuff. I don't really know much, but
fair.
You get the idea.
No, fair enough. Let's talk about your kind of little graduation and your studies. So mechanical engineering. What does that entail? What does that do?
Well, obviously I don't know, so that's why I graduated in 7 years. It took me 7 years. Well, my father is also an engineer, so I was always thinking that I would probably be an engineer in high school, and I did select my major in engineering, but I didn't know it was going to be like this. I mean, I don't like mechanical engineering. I probably hate it.
Oh God, okay. Yeah.
Well, yeah. And I feel like it was a wasted 7 years for me. Like I did nothing, especially in my first 2 years. I was too devastated. I mean, I didn't like school, college, and I recently moved. I mean, it was my first time in Istanbul. I was at another city, and I didn't get used to Istanbul, and didn't like my major. I was barely going out, to be honest. I was spending so much time in dormitory. And those 2 years were like the worst stuff. And then I started to pass the classes a bit more. Like I couldn't any, then 1, 2 in in a semester.
Yeah.
Then it a bit accelerated that. Then in 7 years, here I am without a job, 26
Yeah.
to be.
Right. What's it? So why didn't you want to consider maybe dropping out and trying to find a job that way?
Well, since all of your friends doing so much stuff, good things with their majors and university lives, going Erasmus and or working travel, and you feel like you just can't give up. I mean, they're doing so much stuff, and I didn't even know what would I do if I gave up. I mean, if I dropped out, I didn't have a plan. So dropping out was not an option. I mean, if I had a plan, maybe, but it was still a question mark for me. If I dropped out, what was it gonna be? What was going to be? So it was like torturing myself, my family. I don't know, man. Not amusing stuff.
At least you passed it, man. At least you passed it. That's the main thing.
Yeah,
It's all good.
at least, yeah. At least I didn't get kicked out.
Yeah, fair. No, that's fair. Yeah, I didn't. I don't have any qualifications at all, like zero. I couldn't get into like I couldn't get into uni. I couldn't get into college. I didn't get to any of that. So my kind of path is literally building up from the bottom to the top. So as of now, I'm a salesman. Like I'm part of a sales assistant, part of a sales team in the food test lab. But about 4 or 5 years ago, in the same company, I started off as kind of doing the bottom. I was doing stock counts. I was buying stock for the lab, cleaning, all that kind of stuff. So I was doing all that. So I mean, it's good that you haven't given up, your studies and everything, and persevered. I mean, in 7 years, you still got the the degree, you still got the certificate. But with my own personal kind of experiences, I would tend to, I won't advise, but I'll tend to tell people kind of my story and my experiences without having any qualifications and how to go through that way. But everyone's up to everyone can do whatever they want to do. So
Well, that's right. I mean,
have you got any plans for the future with the degree at all? Or
well, I'm applying here and there sometimes. I mean, with for mechanical engineering stuff, but haven't been any positive replies yet. Not sure what to do. I mean, with the pandemic going around, I can't say I'm really actively looking for a job at the moment.
Yeah.
And 9 months ago, I just started. I just opened an online store at Amazon. So I'm just focused on that part right now, trying to scale that up. So
hey, plug it here. Plug it here. What is it? Tell us what it is. We're trying to buy something,
Well, it's called Dropshipping. I mean, probably some of you heard it before. And I have an online Amazon store on US, Canada, and Mexico. And dropshipping is a business model that you do that without an inventory. Like you don't pay to the stock. I mean, you don't have stock, any item, any product. You just list them in your store, and whenever there is a sale, you just go to your source store and buy it.
Buy it for them.
Yeah, buy for them. Yeah, that's called dropshipping.
So essentially, you're like a middleman between the buyer and the seller.
Yeah, I just list them with my profit. I mean, what's going to cost me, and what's going to be my profit, and what's Amazon going to take, and it'll be my price. And whenever I get a sale, I just go to my source store and provide them to my customer.
Fair. Well, we'll leave a link down in the description for Ahmet's kind of Amazon store if you want to buy something. So
in Amazon it doesn't work like that. I mean, I don't think you can search for stores. I mean, you can search for products, and I have I need to be a seller for that product.
I mean, you should have a link, right? You should have an Amazon link with what you are listing. I'm pretty sure.
I think I can get it. I'll need to check.
Well, if we can, it's down there. If we can't, it's not down there. But
well, it's probably better for people to not buy from me. I'm pretty expensive, man.
So what did you say? You only do US, Canada, and Mexico?
I have stores in US, Canada, and Mexico, also in Singapore and United Arab Emirates, but I only actively selling on Canada.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough then. So, all right, let's talk about your GPRO career, shall we say? So,
all right,
how did you find the game GPRO? Like, what happened? What did you do?
Let me see when I joined the game. I think it was, let me see, it was 2010, like 11 years ago. I actually don't really remember how I get into this.
So 2010, that's 11 years. So yeah. Did you maybe try to find like a Formula One game or like?
It's very much possible, mate. But I can't really remember what was it.
What's your first kind of memory of GPRO then? That you can kind of
GPRO.
recall?
I remember being stuck in Rookie for a while. There was a small active Turkish community, and we were just trying to figure out fuels and strategies for the upcoming races. But my English level was too bad, and I didn't get involved in the forums and stuff. So it wasn't. I see. I have dropped down. I got retired for a couple of times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then somehow I got good in English. I don't know how that happened. It was like.
Did you not try to learn English?
Well, I was actually pretty good at English, as far as I can remember. Comparing to my friends in school, my mother is an English teacher, and
okay.
I always liked English classes in school. First grades, high school.
Yeah.
But I just don't know how the jump happened like that. I checked my first posts in the forums and they're just awful. And now I check my recent posts and they're still awful. I know.
Hey, don't check my first post. I'm gonna have a look.
All right, guys, you got the hint. Let's go check Jun's first post.
Oh God, what was my first post? Xbox 360 or PS3? I've owned the PS3 wave. Okay, yeah, I'm not reading that one. That's screwed. I was so badass, mate. I was like, who in the forum can't afford £9 a month? Screw you all. I was like, how old was I then? I was 18. No, 17. I just turned 17. Well, 17 and a bit. Oh, my old posts are cringe as hell, man. I'm not even gonna look at that.
That's so it's like you go into Facebook and you see your updates, and when you go deeper and deeper in your profile, and you just ashamed of yourself.
I'm ashamed of everything. Yeah. But so obviously we had we did an interview obviously through the forum, like we did a little chat to chat via text and personal messages through GPRO. So I've learned that you would want your career to be considered from season 50 onwards, because that's when you've fully got into the game and fully focused and kind of made progress in the game. So how did that initial start happen, and how did that start go for you?
From S50?
Yeah, from season 50. Yeah.
Well, that was I got my last retirement in S48, and it was like a rage quit. It was my first time in pro, and I picked bad years, and I just couldn't handle the financial situation.
Yeah.
And I just rage quit. Then I missed the game and turned back. I don't know how I stick around that much, honestly. It's been 30 seasons since my last comeback. I think the most significant factor is I got in Rades Racing, which was my probably the first international team.
Hmm.
And since the Turkish community, I don't want to blame the Turkish community or just Turkish managers, because I mean we were awful, but an international team offers you much more, and there are more vocal people trying to explain you things. And Marcus, shout out to Marcus, by the way, Rades Racing team leader. He cared about me pretty much. Like I didn't even know driver planning, parts planning. He taught me this stuff, and I was like hooked because I didn't even know these stuff. I didn't even know driver extensions.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, that was like a very enlightening period for me, the Rades Racing part.
Hmm.
So I just figured out there's so much to do, so much to plan, so much to look for, and I got hooked again for the game. Besides, after that, rage quit.
Yeah.
Then it was like snowball. I mean, I learned things. I did planning. Planning is just addictive, you know.
Hmm.
And especially after you see it works out for you. Like you see, you plan how much money you will have after race 11, and you have exactly the same amount after race 11. So
It's very
that's a pretty
satisfying.
good feeling. Yeah, that's pretty
Definitely.
satisfying.
There's yeah. So I'm looking at your career then. So obviously you from season 50 you promoted from rookie, then promoted from amateur, managed to retain in pro, but then you had a what I can say is not so good season in season 57, relegated with negative money, and then promoted all the way then. So let me see.
As 57 was a planned relegation. I just
What
got in
with
that.
negative money is that
Yeah, with negative money. I just get into negative a bit too much, but it was
Yeah.
planned.
Okay, fair enough then. Fair enough. Okay. So like you said, you talked about Red S Racing. Obviously, it's your
Mhm.
first team. I can see you stayed there for nearly basically 10 seasons.
Yeah.
So how did the move from Red S to Nuvolari came about?
Well, I was. I mean, I was happy at Redis. With the people were so great, but not everyone was so active. We were just 3, 4 people talking all the time. So and the recruitments were a pain in the ass for me.
Yeah.
And I just started to look for more active and a bit more popular teams. People knew already inside, and Max already supported that. I mean, if you can find a place that will take you, you can go. You feel free. So I initially started to try to get into top teams, and especially Edifice, and I got rejected like 2 times. Then I don't know why I decided to leave Rades Racing. Like there was no team I was going. I was just decided to leave and stayed teamless for a while. And then Novalar happened. That's another story.
So how did that happen? Give us the details. How did that
Well,
happen?
not a proud story, but I'll talk about it. So after my second rejection uh, from Edifice, I was kind of devastated, and it was a hard moment for me because I thought I could have a shot because I was, if I remember correctly, I was the third one after the first application. That's when Martin Sepam got in Edifice. So I thought I had a great shot at the second try, but obviously it wasn't enough. Then yeah, 1 second. Okay, so what was I saying?
So the first time you said you got rejected.
Oh yeah,
third,
yeah.
and then
After the second,
time.
yeah, after the second time, I was just lost some hope, and there were other teams trying to contact me. One of them was Nuvalar, and I applied to Nuvalar, and because I knew other people from there, and they asked me a couple of questions. I answered them. Great bunch of guys, by the way.
Mhm.
And one of the things was that they asked me if a spot comes up in Edifice after they take me, after Nuvalar takes me, would I be applying to them or would I stay in the team? So I told them the Edifice thing was over and I won't leave them because I felt that way.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
At the time. So later I learned that some of them said that he will leave us if an Edifice spot comes up, and some of them said he said no, so he won't leave us. And at the end, I got into Nuvolari, and it was great. They had a Telegram chat. We had the morning news every day.
What's this morning news? What's this about?
Not news, but nudes. I must say.
Oh, morning nudes.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough then. Why'd you leave that there? That was so good.
Yeah. I don't have a word for that. I mean, it was pretty good. I mean, the people are still good, and I feel awful the way I left because of the way I left. And 2 seasons later, an Edifice spot came up again, and I low-key asked what would be my chance if I applied. I asked Edifice, and turned out they replied back positively. And I was like, I didn't even consider leaving Nuvolari when I asked that to Edifice. But when I got the positive reply, I just I was stunned. I mean, I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that change in me either. So I thought about it a bit. I thought about it and I told to myself, well, this is just a game and I should do whatever I think it is right for me to do. Does it make sense?
Yeah, no, of course, yeah.
I mean, it was just a game, so it wouldn't be too much of a trouble, I thought. Maybe I was just trying to comfort myself with the thought, but I don't know.
It's understandable. It's like it's basically like getting a promotion rejected twice in your job, for your dream job, get rejected twice, and then another department of the workplace goes, look, we want you in for the long haul. Do you think you can do it? Obviously, you say yes at that time because of the heartbreak and the emotions that are going through. And then obviously a couple of months later, your dream job comes by and goes, yeah, do you want this job? It's not disrespecting Nuvolari at all, but
yeah, I mean, I just hate the way I left it. I mean, it was more of a thing. I mean, I felt bad for the guys that stood up for me when I first applied because they said no, he won't leave us because he said the Edifice thing was over. But I was like 2 seasons later living for Edifice, and it was such a bad thing.
The timing wasn't great, and it's just
the timing was awful. I mean, I still don't like how I did it, but at least we're now. I hope we're good with the guys in Nuvolari too. I just didn't want it to be like that. I mean, yeah, it was a hard night for me.
That's fair. It is tough giving people your word and then a couple of seasons later being like
exactly.
No, that's fair. But hey, you made the change work. Moved to 10. You moved to Edifice, and now you're the leader.
Yeah.
So how is your experience of Edifice then? Is it everything that you thought it would be?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's it's like home, man. I don't know. I mean, Novalar is a great place. I mean, everyone should try to get in there. Great bunch of guys, great family. I mean, Dede, Ellen, Ayman, Garrett. Like I can't even say everyone's name right now, but such a good place and too many people to roast, and you just love it there.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I mean, Edifice is like a family to me. I mean, it's like home. I feel like at home. So, yeah, I mean, I found everything I expected. You know.
Fair. So, I'm actually very intrigued. Any little secrets inside Edifice that you could share? Anything that you any little thing, like maybe stuff that you talk about, or maybe how everyone is behind closed doors?
Well, that's a tough question, Jun. I'll have to think about it. I mean, I gave myself a word that I won't mention a certain name's name in this podcast.
I haven't mentioned him yet, so I'm not. I'm abiding your rules here. I haven't said his name yet.
Yeah. Well, I can't really say a certain thing right now. I mean, it doesn't pop into my head. Any dark secrets?
No juicy gossip, nothing like.
Well,
how about this? Give us an unknown fact about some of your members of Edifice.
Unknown fact about one of our members. Well, Max is a ginger, but I think that's known.
Yeah, we all know that. We all know that. Yeah.
Well, a certain manager and Max is into cacti stuff. I think that's known too, but that's not dark. I don't know. And cactus and cacti stuff.
Cactus, okay.
Yeah. I don't know if that's interesting, but
hey, it's something new. I didn't know.
It's something,
I didn't know that about them. So
yeah. Max has an Instagram page that he only shares about his cactus stuff. Yeah.
Okay, fair.
That's I mean, yeah. That's a good page. That's probably the worst thing about him, you know. And I'm following him. I don't know why.
Is that the worst thing about Max? That he has a cactus page?
Actually, no, I don't think so. It's probably the best thing for him.
Yeah, don't share the worst thing. I mean, it's probably good for him. How about Eric, the new boy? Give us anything about Eric.
Eric is a YouTuber for those who don't know. He has some interesting stuff in there. I mean, you should type his name in YouTube and see his page. There's a video with bananas.
Oh, it's just getting weirder and weirder here. I can't handle it. All right, okay, cool. Okay, fair. All right, cool. Good. All right, we got the facts gone.
Yeah. So one more thing was, I think Peter's wife is into his neighbor. I don't know.
Wow.
That was something. Yeah.
Maybe you shouldn't share that. That was a very deep.
Well, we talked about pretty much in the team forum. So
yeah, let's stick in the team forums. You know, I want juicy stuff, like not controversial. But
all right, I'll try my best.
It's fine. That. It's fine. We'll leave that there. If anyone gets that, fine, go ahead. But obviously, Team Edifice. A lot of people know about it. A lot of people know how well kind of versed everyone is. They're all close together. They're like you say, like a family.
Mm-hmm.
So how did this team leadership come into play? Like, how did you get into the leadership role?
We struggled to get into top 10. So, and Rafa was pretty depressed about that, and he was trying to commit suicide and all the time. And
well, that's yeah.
And I said, all right, time to get the responsibility on my shoulders. So give me the power, and I'll try to fix it. And one race later, after the first race in my leadership, we were like 70, yeah.
The only way is up. The only way is up there. Jeez. And you've been leader ever since, to be honest. So
I think it's been 3 seasons. Well, jokes aside, we don't have a certain leadership going. We just change the leader all the time.
Yeah.
I've been asking who's next, and since 3 seasons, and Peter is voting the people who left the team, like Team Civil and Phil Maunder. So we just couldn't get a new leader. Like they think they're still in the team. I mean, I vote team, he says, and there's no team in the team.
No,
So what am I supposed to do, man? I mean, they just step down. Who's the second right now? I think Rafa.
I think Rafa's second. Let me have a quick look on the team.
If I step down, Rafa will commit suicide this time. I mean, I'm serious.
Okay, so you can't go down. Okay, that's fair.
And if Rafa goes down too, I think it's Max in the third. And we don't want a ginger to lead the team. So
okay, so Gary's fourth. Would you want Gary to lead?
Gary might do good, yeah. I would back for that. Yeah. But he's too depressed after the Brazilian bartender left his pub.
Oh.
And I don't know how it will pan out, you know. It's just a big mass in the team. We don't know what to do.
Okay, fair. All right, fair enough. Well, no, good. It's very good talking about kind of your career and how it all started, how you got into different certain teams, because it's very nice to hear a different perspective on how people get into kind of big teams, especially like Edifice or Nivellari or anything like that. So it was really good to kind of hear it from you, especially. But obviously, one other thing that you're kind of famous for in GPRO is obviously the forum side of things. So how did you initially get into foruming?
Well, at first, after S50, I was actually liking the forum very much, and the old fellas like Phil, Stuart McIntyre, and I just loved the posts, and I was just laughing too much at those posts, and at the time I was posting to get the likes too much. There was a time that I was just too obsessed with the green thumbs.
Yeah.
And I was just trying to post always fun stuff like trolling. I mean, it wasn't just bad trolling, but being funny was the main thing. I think it worked out though. I mean, I got the best forum user award a couple of times in 50s, season 50s.
Yeah.
But then I just feel like a family, you know, because the regular forum posters, forum users, they're just like too good. I mean, there's a connection. I feel like there's a connection between forum users, regular ones. I mean, the new guys are always welcome, and I encourage them to engage in the forums too, because that's especially I value that's a thing I value too much when we recruit people, and because we don't care about, I mean, most of the big teams don't really care about your GPRO career, and it's more like how are you in person, and the way to look for that is your forum posts and things like that. And if you engage, if you're active, if you're funny, if you're good with roasting yourself, etc. So I can encourage people to post whatever they want.
Fair. Obviously, what was the first kind of forum post that you remember posting about, barring the Turkish foreign language bit? Because I'm pretty sure that could have been your first one.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's a post from my early days, I think from 2010, but it was just silly comment on some serious stuff, and I didn't get any likes for that.
I don't think there was likes in 2010, was there?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't trust my English level back in 2010, and I don't know why I even posted. I didn't even know people there. From S50s, I can't really remember what was the usual stuff. I think I posted after Roland posted something. So I was like, oh no, I posted something and Roland posted after me, and I was like, oh, a champ posted after me. I'm like famous now.
Fair.
Which wasn't really funny though.
Was he replying to your post, or was he?
Actually, no. It was nothing to do with me. I was just taking credit for it.
You're just okay. He was just after you. No, fair.
Yeah.
So what made you want to carry on posting in the forums? Like, was it due to the people that you met, or was it, well, not met, but
Well, the banter was one of the main things, and I mean, most of the people have the thick skin, and you just can go at each other and just laugh at. So I like that, and I didn't get any English lessons in college because I passed the exams and I didn't need to get the classes, and I think the GPRO forums are the main reason why my English level stands in here right now. I mean, that's why I'm not forgetting the language. It's like, because we don't get to talk in English in Turkey that much, and this live streams and this podcast, for example, just helps me improve my English, and this is just a main one thing that keeps me posted and do the talking. The Discord is another thing right now.
Yeah, the Discord is definitely a very good thing. Yeah, like I said, the forums and the Discord and kind of just anything GPRO based is good for especially non-English speakers to try to learn more English.
Exactly, yeah.
And that's a very good thing about it. So obviously you play a lot of forum games. Well, I won't say
unfortunately, yeah. I don't know how that happened. I mean, I have too much games right now that I don't even know how and when I participated. I just can't keep up right now. I'm just trying my best.
Hey,
I don't know.
You're one of the top 10 in the forum game championship. So
yeah, I don't know how that happened, mate. I mean, I'm clueless. I didn't even know there was a championship. Like,
fair.
And this was the 7th championship, and I just got in that one. I don't know, just taking my soul out.
So what has been your favorite game to play? Like your most favorite one to play so far?
So far, well, Mafia games have its own place in my heart, and other than that, I don't know. I think I don't have a specific game.
Is it not
maybe the Ultimate Race Manager or Ultimate Race Manager? I think, yeah, from created by Juka and now hosted by Sebastian.
Yeah, that game at its infancy, I really liked looking at that game, but it got to the point now where it's too hard to follow for me. I'm just like, there's so many tire choices and so many different kind of strategies and all that kind of stuff, and I'm just looking at it. I'm like, yeah, it's like another. It's like a GPRO version 2. It's just like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, I'm trying my best. I like the calculations of the fuel and tire. Most of the time they came out okay, but the strategy sucks, so I don't win the thing yet.
fair. Yeah, URM is a very good game. I do like the look of that, and but yeah, I mean, that's it. GPRO. I'm all out of GPRO questions on that. So what I want to talk about now is one of these hobbies that you have. I've been very, very curious. I want to learn more about it. Is salsa dancing. So how did you get into this?
All right. So I was a Latin fan from like ages. I don't know. I love Shakira
Mhm.
and I love the
Hey,
Latin stuff.
who doesn't love Shakira, man? Like, who doesn't love her?
Indeed, yeah. And Gerard Piqué is a one lucky bastard. And
Yep.
I love the Latin stuff from like when I was a little kid, and the dances I knew the names, but I didn't get into much. I didn't involve in this. And when I was when it was certain that I was going to US in 2018 for work and travel program, and the place I was going to go was close to the Latin America, the Middle America. So I thought, well, there will probably be some Latin girls there, so I might as well learn the dancing a bit. So I won't just stare at them at the bar. That was the sparkle, which made me start taking classes.
So you started because you wanted to wow some Latin American girls in America.
Well, yeah, it was a sparkle, you know.
Hey, it's a good excuse to start, man. It's a good excuse to start.
Well, I mean, yeah, the dancing is cool, and you don't get to dance with the Latin girls in Turkey that much. So, and the Latin girls are just hot. So that combined too much.
Hey, I can't complain much about that, to be honest. So did you start dancing in Turkey? So like before you moved?
Yes.
So was there like a place near you that did it, or was there like, did you just find it online, or?
Yeah, I just got a coupon from some site and for the first month, and just to learn the basics, I just got a coupon, and but the first month, after the first month, there was no one left taking the class, so I just searched in Google that a bit more professional dance classes, and I got one in Istanbul. I was living in Istanbul too, so I started going there, and I'm still dancing there. It's been 3 years.
Wow, 3 years now.
Yeah, I actually become an assistant there. Not that I'm dancing good right now, because since the last year I just probably forgot everything.
Oh man, okay. Oh yeah, no, yeah. With the pandemic, was there no classes at all?
Yeah,
Funny.
it was like, I think the last class I attended was in March 15 last year. Next
wow.
week is going to be the first year.
Wow.
Since the last.
Have you not tried to maybe look online or YouTube or something and maybe follow on then, or?
Well, I mean, I tried some online stuff, but my family doesn't know I dance because
Sorry, what?
My family doesn't. You didn't get it, or?
No, I'm shocked. Well, how does your family know about it?
Because of the shock. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of a religious thing.
Okay.
We're Muslim, so I'm not. What was that? I shouldn't be dancing. I mean, I'm not supposed to dance, but I'm not a religious guy, so I mean, I drink alcohol too, so.
Yeah, don't show your parents this podcast, then, that's for sure.
Yeah, I hope they don't discover that. Or I mean, it's been how many minutes? I mean, I don't think they would watch this much, but if they find out,
it's almost like 40 minutes, so it's not too bad.
Okay, I don't think they would watch this much, but it's always a risk, I know. Well, they didn't know I drink, I dance, and it's been 3 years. I still hide it, and I don't know how they would react if they find out. And I don't want to just risk it, because I don't think the result is going to be good or even acceptable. So
no, that's fair. No, my family used to be proper kind of, religious and kind of forcing you to do certain things and not letting you do other things. Now my parents are they're chill. They let me do. They're like, yeah, do whatever you want. We're not bothered. So
yeah, I mean, I'm not forced to do things in here. I mean, they don't force, because they can't force me. I mean, we had our little fights since maybe from high school every now and then, and they just don't try to force anything right now. I mean, they can't. They know that, but it's just something that I shouldn't be doing, so I'm just not telling them.
Okay. No, that's fair. So, is there any other kind of hobbies and secrets you want to tell us that your mum doesn't know about?
Okay. Well, I don't know. I mean, I didn't keep the secret of me graduating in 7 years. They knew that. That
I mean,
was pretty much.
that'll be very good to keep secret. Just feel like
I just can't imagine how one can keep that secret. I mean, 7 years. It's like I should have graduated after 4 years. So I don't know how would I hide it like 3
No.
more years.
No, fair.
Like what am I doing?
Fair enough. Well, there's obviously you have a very good good love for motorsports and especially Formula One.
Mm-hmm.
How did that go about? How did that start?
I think it started when Alonso got his second title.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always been an Alonso fan,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe it was something to do with the underdog situation because I didn't want to cheer for Schumacher or some Ferrari or other big dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Alonso in Renault was just. I mean, Renault wasn't that bad, but I think he was the underdog. So
I mean Schumacher was going through he was the reigning champion in 2004, I think.
Yeah, and I think I followed F1 for a couple seasons after I found out about Alonso, and then it got in a paid channel in Turkey.
Yeah,
which we didn't, so I just couldn't follow it that much. And the last seasons were boring, I believe, and that's why I didn't just follow it on internet. But I closely followed the last season.
Mm-hmm.
Then that was a different change of pace, and hoping for the next season right now. Who am I supporting? I mean, Mercedes still has Lewis and Bottas, and probably still has the best car. So I think I'll cheer for Verstappen because of the underdog situation again.
Yeah.
Other than that, Alonso is returning, so that's another thing.
Alonso to Renault as well, so I don't know.
Yeah.
You got to support them.
Yeah, and I'd love to see Checo doing great stuff in Red Bull too. That's so much to look for in the upcoming season.
No, yeah, that's fair. Who do you think will finish third in the constructors? Because obviously we would assume Mercedes and Red Bull will be 1 and 2.
Oh, I don't know about the cars right now. I mean, which car developed how much and which car didn't do anything. So yeah, I mean the car is a pretty big factor.
Mm-hmm.
But driver-wise, I think Mercedes, Red Bull, and can't say it, man. Really.
I mean, obviously, last season you had Renault, Racing Point, and McLaren fighting for the third spot. Sometimes AlphaTauri as well. Obviously, now you got Aston Martin, who's replaced Racing Point, Alpine, who's replaced.
Renault. Well, part of me says Vettel and his team won't do any good. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't believe they're going to be third in the constructors. What was his team again? I kind of mix up with them right now.
Vettel and Stroll are in Aston Martin.
Aston Martin, yeah, it's not Racing Point anymore.
Yeah.
So I cheer for Alonso and was it Ocon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I cheer for them.
Fair. I mean, I'm a McLaren fanboy, so I want Norris and Ricardo to try to get third, which is cool.
I like Ricardo. Yeah, he's a funny Aussie.
Hey, mate, McLaren this season, it's got the greatest probably duo of drivers we'll ever see. Norris and Ricardo. They're going to be very interesting to say the least.
Yeah, good day, mate.
Today. I can't. I'm not even going to bother trying an Australian accent.
Well, you speak English. I mean, it's your mother language. Like, you should try the other accents.
Yeah, I'm not going to bother. I'm going to offend too many people doing it, so I'm just going to leave it.
Oh, speaking of accents, Peter asked me to ask you to do a American accent.
Why? I can't. I don't even know. I can't picture it. Like, even if I try, it's not going to sound American.
So you're gonna disappoint the audience, huh?
Oh yeah. Why not? Yeah, I'm going to disappoint everybody. I am not going to do an American accent.
Well,
I literally can't. I'll try, but I can't.
I mean, I was like,
no. I literally I pictured it in my head, and it didn't sound exactly anything. No, I just can't. No, you can have my proper British accent.
Yeah, proper British. Yeah, I know. I get it. Well, since I've been to US, and I think I'm closer to an US accent. I don't know. I'm mixed up with the Turkish accent. I know. Occasionally we try to do the British accent in home. Like, I'm calling my father like father, or like mother, or I was like,
that's good.
Mother,
That's good.
Yeah, like, could you please open the door? And that's it. I mean, that's my all British accent.
That's good. That's right. Does your dad know much English at all, or is he? Because obviously your mother's an English teacher, so obviously she knows.
Yeah, my family knows. I mean, my father's an engineer, and he does jobs with the foreign people too, and he traveled because of his jobs too.
Yeah.
And my mother, she's an English teacher, and my sister is like me, and she also loves English and other languages. I mean, we don't speak other languages, but we're just into other languages.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Well, I think that'll be it for the podcast. I mean, there's one more question that everyone wants to know. When is the mustache coming back?
That's not gonna be good.
Why not? What's happening with the mustache? Come on.
When I had the mustache, I think my GPRO picture is from 2014, and I think I started to pull out my mustache one by one in 2015 when I got a part-time job while the university stuff going on too, and I just got too depressed, and I just couldn't spare any time for me. I needed the money, and I needed to go to college and take the classes, and I just got depressed and started to pull out my mustache one by one, which some of my friends said, if you do that to me, I will cry, and I'll just enjoy doing that. I mean, and if you do that too much, I had like blank ways in my mustache. So I think it doesn't come out the way it did back in 2014. Now it's been better. I mean, this is the better view, but it still doesn't come out like it did before. So I'm afraid I don't think it can satisfy you guys with the mustache anytime soon. I'll try my best, but
well, you better try, because obviously it's been your picture for ages. So
I might change that. I don't know.
No, you can't change it. It's your mustache is the perfect line for your Edifice.
I know, man.
Logo.
I mean, I love the picture. I love doing the paint stuff with it. I mean, the line and empty mustache thing, and the line continues. That was just lovely stuff.
It's great. It's really good. But no, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you, Ahmet. It's been really good. It's been good to learn more about you.
It was my pleasure, mate.
And it's been lovely listening to you, man. But like I said, if you guys listen to this far, we actually haven't got a fourth guest. We were gonna get Kerry Lovell as the fourth guest, but he had to pull out.
I like Kerry.
So I do have a couple of people lined up that could take the spot. So we will see.
Mm-hmm.
But until then, thank you very much, Ahmet. Thank you for listening, guys.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I mean, it's been a pleasure for me.
Hey, say some stuff to your Turkish fans, man, or to your Turkish members. Come on, let them know what's up.
Yeah. I don't think they will understand, but maybe some.
I mean, you can speak Turkish now for them if you want. Just say a couple of things.
I don't know, man. I mean, no one's gonna understand, so I can say, Jun, sen bir piçsin, but no one's gonna understand that.
Hey, I'll get some Turkish to translate that for me.
I just said you're a bastard.
Oh, cheers, thank you. But but thank you, man. Appreciate it, and stay tuned for the next one. I'll see you guys later.
It was a pleasure, mate. See you guys later.
Bye.